I find the Olympics so odious. It's constantly being drummed into the foreigners that here, one is witnessing the revival, the flowering, the unity of spirit of the Third Reich, which lovingly embraces the whole world.
Ich verkünde die Spiele von Berlin zur Feier der 11. Olympiade und neuer Zeitrechnung als eröffnet.
Outside the stadium gates, Berlin's hotel and restaurant workers had been instructed to treat foreigners with extreme tolerance. Many American athletes commented that they had never been so well treated at home.
Foreigners who know Germany only from what they have seen here can carry home just one impression. It is that this is a nation happy and prosperous beyond belief, that Hitler is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, political leaders in the world today, and that Germans are a peaceful people who deserve the best the world can give them.
When the games ended, the tourists went home. Berlin returned to normal. And Lotte and Kurt Hartmann returned to Brunswick, where they screened their Olympic home movies for sons Ulrich and Peter. Peter Hartmann was proud to be a German boy. And so he joined the Hitler Youth. By 1936, all children over 10 were required to join, whether they were willing or not. The many thousands of new members were to be presented to Hitler as a gift for his 48th birthday. If you were a 10-year-old boy in Germany, you too might have wanted to join after watching films like this.
Sag Mutter. Ach, wir haben abgekocht, geturnt und geschwommen und gesungen Ein Lied haben die gesungen, sag ich dir. Und wie ging das noch? Das habe ich doch vergessen. Warte mal, jetzt habe ich. Unsere Fahne flattert uns voran.
For our field exercises, our squad has to find the other squad through military reconnaissance. Once the enemy squad is found, there are fistfights. This exercise is supposed to teach us that comradeship, as they call it, is formed in battle.
We are dreadfully worried. The boys won't listen to us anymore. When my wife insisted that our oldest obey, he drew his dagger and assaulted her. He shouted, "I belong to the Führer first. The family comes second."
Within 2 years, nearly 8 million children had taken the Hitler Youth Oath of Allegiance. I swear to devote myself to Adolf Hitler.
I am willing and ready to give up my life. So help me God.
In the end, many of them would.
You're watching Third Reich, The Rise. For more on World War II, go to history.com.
It was 1937. An amateur filmmaker, Walter Langer, celebrated his wedding by making this short film. Langer and his bride were exactly the kind of Germans Hitler wanted more of. Industrious, politically enthusiastic, and most importantly, Aryan. Women like Mrs. Langer were encouraged by the Reich to have as many children as possible. Because if the Third Reich was going to achieve its goals, it didn't just need better Germans, it needed more of them.
In the eyes of our beloved leader, the mother is the most important person in the nation. We are Germany's hope in the future. And it is our duty to breed and rear the new generation of sons and daughters.
This female division of the Hitler Youth was filmed hiking outside Munich in 1937. Participation was mandatory for these girls, who were required to document that they were Aryan and free of hereditary disease.
Dear Mother and Father, in our camp there are 48 girls. Near us is a boys' camp. We see the boys very often and mend their clothing as we spend the evenings with them. A funny thing, of these 48 girls, 35 are pregnant. And still funnier, I'm one of the 35.
Upon learning of her daughter's pregnancy, one girl's horrified mother rushed to the camp to investigate and discipline her daughter. The 16-year-old replied hotly that if her mother did not go home and leave her alone, she would report her to the camp leader, who would in turn report the mother to the Gestapo, who would then take action against her for sabotaging German motherhood.
Here's a bulletin from Vienna. Chancellor Hitler termed Austria the latest and greatest addition to the German Reich. A hysterical roar of cheers today in Vienna. The crowd was described as one of the greatest gatherings ever assembled in the Austrian capital. Meanwhile, an unidentified man fired at Nazi stormtroopers from a window and then shot himself dead. Later, at a downtown cafe, a man got up from a table, shouted Heil Hitler, and then stabbed himself.
It was the 12th of March, and Hitler was taking Austria. The treaty that had ended World War I forbade the union of Germany and Austria. But the majority of Austrians wanted it. As one foreign newspaper observed, if Hitler was raping Austria, then the Austrians liked getting raped.
Ich proklamiere, sondern für dieses Land seine neue Mission. Die älteste Ostfahrt des deutschen Volkes soll von jetzt aber das jüngste Banner der ganzen Nation und damit des
Overnight, the German Empire had grown by 5 million citizens. Within days, 70,000